say what you want to say about her, but sis won the debate. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. What's going on, y'all? I decided to do a King of Politics video. I'm basically, since we are 20-something days before the election, I am going to be covering some politics. I'm going to be covering all of the recent events with Trump testing positive for coronavirus and what he's doing at the White House, to the vice presidential debate with Senator Harris and Vice President Pence. Girl, and even the fly landing on Pence's head. So much stuff to talk about. I have been wanting to do this video, but I have not been in the mood to do it. I have not been in good space. I'm feeling a little bit good today, so I want to talk about it. But I'm going to go ahead and just talk about the debate. Senator Harris, Kamala Harris, did what she had to do. Let me just say that. I was very nervous going in to this debate because Pence is the Southern white Baptist. Like, he has a radio voice. Like, he knows how to speak calm. That's all he has to do. He's a white man with white hair. He doesn't really have to do much. All he has to do is sound calm and collected, and like he knows what he's talking about. That's it. Like, the bar is very, very low. Kamala Harris is going in, and she's fighting a lot. She has to be strong, but not too strong. Be forceful, but not too forceful. Because if she does too much, she'll be looked at like the angry black woman. Or she's too strong, or she's too hungry to be president. She has to seem presidential, like she can take it on, but she can't look like that she wants to be president right now. Which will come into conversation because you got Joe Biden. If he wins, he will be, by the time he's finished his term, he will be the oldest president that we've ever had. So age comes up, like, because people are saying, girl, we don't see Joe Biden, if he does win, we don't see him doing two full terms. I don't see it. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm going to be going in a little bit. I might piss off some of my radical friends and my liberal friends. I'm gonna piss a lot of y'all off, but I just gotta talk about it. Because it was just interesting. I was fully engaged watching the debate. I've been really, really following. I guess that's what kind of just put me into this like depression, because it was just so much going on for the last couple of days with Trump testing positive and everything, and hearing what he had to say about Kamala Harris. It was just way too much for me. But Kamala did what she had to do. Kamala, whatever y'all want to call her, Kamala, Kamala, okay, the top cop, the prosecutor, Senator Harris, she did good. She did good. Like, I really enjoyed watching her. Of course, she didn't answer the questions, but she definitely knew how to move around from the questions without seeming like that she's like scared to answer them. With the conversation about packing the Supreme Court, I honestly don't blame Democrats if they do flip the House to pack the Supreme Court or put another. I really don't blame them at all. Some people have said they just need to go ahead and just give an answer and say yes, it's a possibility. But I think it's kind of hard for Republicans to kind of pin that and to say, like Pence was trying to say, well, y'all gonna do it. Well, the American people have already said that we should wait to January to whoever wins the election in November should be able to determine who gets to pick the justice. Like that did the same thing with Obama and with his Supreme Court pick. And it was like the beginning of the election. It was like the beginning of 2016. It was the beginning of 2016. And y'all just said to hell with it. Like, y'all waited it was like almost a whole year almost. And now y'all trying to ram this woman in, aiming in less than 2 weeks. Y'all trying to get her in there like in 20 days before the election. It's terrible. So, you know, Harris had her response. She said, girl, you want to talk about hardball? I'm game. Sis said, let's talk about packing the Supreme. Like, let's talk about packing courts. Because y'all packed them up with 50 white folks. I was like, okay, girl, you know, I can see that being a little good way to distance, like, you know, from answering their question and stuff. She was very assertive. Like, let me just say this, and I have to kind of clear it up a little bit, because I noticed that a lot of people was like, y'all supposed to be radical, y'all. It's always this gotcha moment on social media, like, you ain't as radical as you say you are. I think everybody has a different form of radical. Like, some folks just ready to go tear it down right now. Some folks are out here doing it right now. And some of us ain't. Some of us at home and, tweeting about it and saying radical stuff online and doing all that. You got some folks out in the street doing whatever. Like, they just ready. You got folks, like, everybody is different. Everybody is different. And watching this, I think, like, when I was tweeting, saying stuff about Kamala Harris and whatever, people thought, like, that some folks were standing. There was some people out here standing and just felt good about, oh my gosh, she flipping her hair. Yes, honey. Like, this was like Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, this was some reunion show. But it's all the politics is theater. It literally is theater. Like, I really don't, it should not be like that, but that's what it is. It should, like, these people have the power to hurt people. They have power coming to them. And I'm not gonna lie, I was very much impressed. I'm not a Kamala stan at all. I don't stand any politicians at all. I let that go. I'm dealt with that, like, unpacking, like, what it is to be standing for elected officials. I don't think anybody should. I think people should be holding. These people work for us, allegedly. These people are folks that we are putting in power to take care of us. And we've seen that they really don't give a damn because they only gave us one $1,200 check. And how long ago was that? And he got this president out here talking about, oh, I'm giving the checks. Let's sign the appeal. Let's sign it, because he was big on the appeals. Let's sign it now. Let's do it. Let's send out checks before election. Like, Trump is literally playing theater, playing politics, because he knows he's losing. He's losing. All of the polls are showing that he is falling. And I think a lot of people are still shook by what happened in 2016. They think it's going to happen again. People are really still dealing with PTSD of election night. Like, everything was saying that Hillary is going to win, and she didn't. I've seen even my friends he's going to win again. And I'm just, in my heart, I felt like he was going to win. I felt like there was a chance that he was going to win when the Supreme Court justice passed away, when she died. Where RBG died, I said, oh my God, this is going to activate the base. They're going to be out here. It's not even going to be about COVID-19 anymore. Like, they're not going to be talking about that. Like, you saw them, like, amped up. And then it starts to get a little bit more tired. But now, you've got this super spreading event at the White House. That's all we're talking about. Like, Trump has tested positive for COVID-19. We hear him coughing and clearing his throat on air. It sounded like he's sick. Like, he's being very sporadic, more than usual, which is saying a lot. And I think that there is a very high chance that he's going to lose. The only way I'm going to see that he will win is if we do not talk about COVID-19 anymore. And when I was thinking about what I could compare this to, because it's highly unlikely for a presidential for incumbent to lose an election. It's just like normally, like, yeah, this is a referendum on the presidency. Like, of course they're going to be polling lower than normal. Like girls, like, oh, okay, girl, the promises, we've seen what the promises actually are getting us. But he's trailing Biden in double digits now. So with that being said, I've been doing a lot of thinking. I've been thinking, like, it's really, there are not that many incumbents who have lost their second election. Like, it's not that many. I think you got Jimmy Carter, Bush Sr., and who else? I think it's not that many. And folks are saying, like, hey, it's unlikely that it's going to happen. History shows that it's not. But history also shows you something else. This coronavirus, this COVID-19 situation, this is a once in a lifetime type of situation. Like, yeah, we have hurricanes, we have wars and stuff, we have all that, but this is a once in a lifetime situation. And people are really feeling the grasp, like this thing has a chokehold on the United States when we compare it to other countries. Like, we're not making up that much of the population, but our percentages are way higher than Europe. Like, it's just not making any sense. So it's just look like we have failure in leadership, which we do when we have a president who knew about this in February, knew that it was dangerous, knew that it was deadly, knew all of these things, and the voicemail came out, like whatever, the recordings came out, the audio came out, and he knowed about it. He told the reporter, he told Bob Woodward about it. He literally said it out of his mouth. So this is a once in a lifetime situation, and honestly, and people might not like this, people might really not like this, But it's making me think about when the hostage situation in Iran, if I'm not mistaken, during Jimmy Carter's presidency when Ronald Reagan had won. Like, it's making me think about that. Like, America is really like a hostage with this coronavirus. Like, we are being held hostage. All of our lives are completely different. Like, we like, a lot of us are just fatigued, stressed out, all of this financially. Like, we are tired, and people, like, everybody's experiencing it. So, and now we're seeing that this administration, this lack of preparedness, this lack of leadership, all of these things, it's going to cause him to lose this election. Like, I really thought, had it not been for his response to COVID-19, he really had a high chance of winning. But I think this is completely two different things. Hillary Clinton was a woman at the end of the day, and like, they did not trust her. They feel way more comfortable with Biden. Like, white women feel more comfortable. But I really feel like, and I don't trust white women like this, but I do feel like white women are like tired. They're like tired. Like, of course they're gonna, like, when it comes, they're gonna vote for their race regardless. But I feel like they feel like their race is like affected by COVID-19. So it's like, girl, we gotta get somebody to get this together. I don't know, but I think that Trump is really losing white women. And I'm really so interested in seeing what's going to happen next month with this. But I really don't think this man is going to win. Unless the only way I can see him winning is if something drastic happens with COVID-19. And I know folks don't want to go on record saying it, but I don't really care regardless, to be honest. I'm just like, okay, regardless. But I think, look at all the folks who I engage with and follow on Twitter. And I'm really, and I hate, me and my friend had a conversation about this, and I kind of hate to say it, but I feel like some folks who are, you know, who have every reason to say they're not voting, they don't care about voting, fuck voting, you know, fuck the system. I definitely get that. But I feel like that some of them, not all of them, I think a lot of them, enough to be recognized, of them want Trump to win so they can be able to say, I told you so. Like, I think if Biden does win, I feel like folks are going to, the people who were feeling radical and became radicalized and wanted to do some things, I feel like, might feel like that there's hope with the system, that voting really does truly make a big difference. And then, like, we cannot vote out white supremacy. We just cannot. You got the situation that happened with Michigan's governor. Like, you had, like, all of these things. I'm thinking about all of these things, and it's really been sitting in my mind. Like, the vice presidential debate, I didn't really get anything from that. All I did was Kamala Harris did a good job. She held her own next to Vice President Pence. She clearly won that election. We didn't get no new information out of that. We just saw that Kamala Harris, if given the opportunity, she will stand in and be president. And honestly, I can really see it happening. I can really see it happening. Like, I'm not even gonna bullshit y'all. I'm not. Woo! Like, that would be so funny if the first, like, female president is a black one versus before it's a white woman. Girl, I will scream, but I'm not gonna hold y'all. But it would be funny, and I wonder how Hillary Clinton would feel like this. But that's funny. But you got all these things happening, all these moving parts and stuff, and I feel like that people are scared that the gains that folks, all the people who became radicalized during this administration, all of that, I think that some folks might get back on the bandwagon of being, you know, a true liberal and voting blue with everybody else. I feel like a lot of folks want, I told you so, I told you so. I feel like a lot of folks want Trump to win so they can say, I told you so. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest, and you can just throw stones and do whatever. I really want Biden to win to just get coronavirus under control. Like that, I want, and I really do feel like that Biden would have done a better job in the beginning. I still think that the system, the healthcare system is trash in the United States, which is making COVID-19 even worse than what it is. But it's just, girl, like, this politicizing the mask and stuff, it's just like, girl, what? You got that going on, and just the way he speaks, like the saying, the stand back and stand by, I can go ahead and say that, like, he is definitely responsible for those. Like, y'all been out here talking about these folks that are out here protesting, out here they're gonna be in your cities and tearing stuff up and toppling governments and all that. When you got these 13 white men that was arrested in Michigan in Michigan for trying to take out the governor. And wasn't just stuck in Michigan, but literally were working and trying to get other folks in different other states to overthrow the governor. Like, y'all out here worried about them when they should be out here doing it. The black folks need to be out here protesting and doing all this stuff to get change. You got the white folks out here mad because the gyms and stuff and closing, they got to wear masks. And you don't think that man saying liberate Michigan and all this stuff hasn't played a part in it? It has definitely played a part in it. Definitely played a part in it. So it's a mess. I actually listened to him on Fox News calling Kamala Harris a monster and just saying she was unlikable. It was just very, calling her a socialist. She is not a socialist and she is not that liberal. Like, girl, like, she is not a leftist. Girl, it's just not sticking. They try to throw everything in the kitchen sink and it's just not like, and one, like, y'all can't be saying she's soft on all of this and then she's a top cop. It's just not making any sense. Like, she's a whole prosecutor. Like, girl, like, but she can't answer certain questions. Like, and then just, like, climate change is going to be the thing. We already seen this, a hurricane right now making their way through Lake Charles and Louisiana and Texas and stuff. Climate change is a real thing. And we got our Democratic nominee is out here talking about they're not gonna ban fracking. Girl, we doomed. Like, we doomed eventually. Eventually. Like, with this two-party system, it's really killing us. Along with capitalism, like, it's really killing us. And girl, I just don't know what to say. But other than that, girl, the fly moment, seeing white folks make jokes about the fly and saying it was Pence's only black friend was completely disgusting, but it did not surprise me because white folks be so, like, they just have no idea. Like, what made you see a bug on this man's head and then you automatically think of black folks? Like, what the hell? Like, it's just, what the hell? Like, they just live in a different type of world. Like, it was just so trash. Like, oh my gosh. The only joke I saw that was actually funny was the one that I made when I said that the fly needs to like, go into quarantine for about 10 to 14 days. This whole thing with the stimulus check and this man talking about something, we're not gonna do a, what's next to after the election and all these things. Like, girl, it's literally been months and y'all only gave us $1,200. Like, folks are literally, like, getting eviction notices left and right, like right now. My leasing office actually sent the email this month and just said, hey girl, like, this is the month we're gonna be filing if y'all ain't paying y'all coin. And it's devastating. A lot of folks will not recover from this. A lot of people won't recover from this. And it's just really sad. I have so much to say and so much to add on, but I really feel like I just don't have that much time, so I might take this and get y'all some responses in a video, in a live stream or something. But that's how I felt. Not too much for the debate. I think, like I said, I think Kamala Harris did good. She held her own. She was fighting several fights, like as black women do, several fights, and I think America really saw, like, her stand her own and just, like, do what she had to do. And she had to smile. Like, she had to smile. I hate that she had to. I hate the system that makes her want, like, I hate that. But she couldn't seem like she was angry, and Kamala has literally found out how to do that. Like, she is doing it. So that's why I'm looking at folks like Wendy, crazy as hell, from Real Housewives of Potomac, when you talk about this is the stuff that gets us to say we angry black women. We got Kamala Harris doing all of the things right and still being called a monster. That's how they look at us. So, girl, no matter how many suits and purses and stuff that you wear, how many times you put on one of them coats on your arm, still don't make you gonna sit at the same table with them. They still gonna see you as a monster regardless at the end of the day. But tell me what y'all thought about the debate. What y'all think about y'all president right here coughing all on the TV, out here sporadic. Girl, them steroids got him out here being loose with his mouth saying all type of crazy stuff online, not making sense. I don't think like he coherent at all. And the fact that we still don't know when was his first negative test. The White House will not say, the press secretary will not answer the question, won't tell us. They were not testing him regularly. He probably was sick, and I'm telling you, they probably knew he was sick before he went and debated Biden. But they did not test him because they did not want him to be testing positive right before the debate because it would have hurt him. Now he out here talking about something. He don't want to do the debate. Now he do want to do a debate, and Biden like, no ma'am, I don't want to do one. We're gonna do our own debate. Da da da. I think it is a missed opportunity for Biden's camp not to do that debate with the committee, the presidential debate committee. I think he still should do that town hall. Don't try to do your own town hall with ABC. Like, it's just, girl, do that town hall. It just, I don't know. It's just like, girl, I don't know. Biden, I feel like you're getting a little cocky, girl, because you're up in the double digits, girl, and we still got 20 more days, and we don't know what's gonna happen when these folks out here, girl, it's a mess. But tell me what y'all think about everything, honey. Let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to y'all later on tonight. Bye.